Mike's hot boots on the ground, troops coming heavy with the no-nonsense sound. Ain't no filters, we break the mold. Stories hidden, swept away, now they're getting told. Spotlights hit, the tension pops. We ain't here for nothing but the real damn drops. We're busting bubbles, taking names, cussing and discussing, changing the game. No smoke, no mirrors, no curtain calls. Piss on the fire and call the dogs. Steel chairs, court stairs, backstage heat. Legends fall when we bring that beat. Voices sharp, we cutting right through. Best damn team, yeah, you know it's true. We ain't your daddy's play-by-play. We call it raw, we're here to stay. From bell to bell, win or lost. Shoot, don't care who signs the checks or calls the boss. Putting out fires, taking names, cussing and discussing, fueling the flames. Standing tall when the last bell call. Piss on the fire and call the dogs.
Good evening, everybody. I want to thank you all for joining us for this, the first live edition of Cussin Discussin. That's right. We're actually live.
We're live.
So everything I'm saying now is they're hearing us.
They're hearing it, yeah.
So I am the Doctor of Professional Wrestling, Mike Blankenship, PhD. Alongside me, the Excellence of Elocution, Walter Dixon. You know, sir, a lot went on in the last week.
A lot's went on the last week, and far more than I ever wanted to happen in one day has happened today.
And we'll get to a lot of that, if not this round. We've got another round coming up at 8:15. So sit down, sit back, and enjoy. Of course, we are on Facebook Live tonight, but you can also find us on YouTube, Rumble, Audible, Amazon Music, Spotify, and many other platforms that podcasts can be heard. Last Saturday, we had a sit-down interview with two pretty good guys and knowledgeable individuals in the world of professional wrestling, John and Bob from the Indy Wrestling Experience.
Yeah, I had a great time with those guys.
Absolutely.
We appreciate them having us on their show. But tonight is not about us.
No, it's not.
Tonight is about two guys that we're getting ready to bring on right now.
That's it. So let's go ahead and welcome them. That is the Bully's bully, Brox Boulder, and his current tag team partner, the Grappling God, Titan Troy. This is Grappling Inc. Guys, welcome to Cussin Discussin.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
It's so
Keep it down, guys. Keep it down. Current. You're going to get me in trouble, Mike. Did you not see what the man done to me last time I said current? He went around Judy chopping people that didn't need to be Judy chopped. You needed Judy chopped. I didn't need Judy chopped.
As long as he didn't Judy chop and kung fu kick.
That was next.
My throat still hurts, just so you know, for the record.
You know,
he Judy chops like a man.
You Judy chop and kung fu kick, there ain't no call for a one-legged ninja. Guys.
But as I always say, Troy, stay calm and sling Judy's.
That's it.
Listen, he wasn't calm when he slung the Judy, Walter. That's the problem. He slung it like I owed him child support. Now it's a problem, and it hurt real bad.
You know, first off, before we even get started, last night you done your hitting the ropes, and Troy was there, and you said some things about us, and from the bottom of my heart, and I think I speak for him, thank you so very much. We do not deserve the nice things you said about us.
You are absolutely wrong. And my favorite thing in the world is tell people when they're wrong. Listen, you do. You guys deserve it. You guys are awesome. Since the first time we met, and honestly, I'd had to really think about it last night because you know me and on my show, I don't write down anything. I don't look at anything. I don't do notes. If it hits my head, it comes out of my mouth, which is probably why I stay in trouble. But I had to think about when we first met, and if I remember, it was at a promotion. And
yes,
at a promotion.
Actually,
Doc went as far as to He has the date for you.
That would have been February 10th of 2024, Betsy Layne, Kentucky, at the Betsy Layne Dome.
Yeah,
pretty sure. Yeah, I want to say, and I might be wrong. I think there was one before that, dog. Maybe that we didn't get to talk a whole lot, but you guys were there. I'm pretty sure there's one before that, because if I remember, that's the one where I wrestled Jordan Carlisle.
That
And
was
during
you did wrestle Carlisle.
During the commentary, I remember you. I ran by the camera and it was like zoom, and Troy gets a big pop out of it because there's some cartoon that he watched or something, or what was it? When I run by the camera and it's like, what is it? I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, he gets a big pop out of it, and that's, you feel me, because I went outside and was running around like I'm an idiot. But I think there was one more for the same company where I wrestled. I think this was after this or before that. I wrestled the Appalachian Animal. I'm pretty sure in a triple threat. A triple threat elimination.
That would have been Sandy Hook. That was afterwards.
Yeah. Was it after?
That was,
okay.
That was up in Sandy Hook. That was afterwards. Okay. That was March. I don't have that date, but I'm pretty sure that was in March of last year. But no.
Lots of blows to the head. I can't remember anything. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I ain't had no blows to the head, but my mind's already shot, so it don't help
because you're old.
But you guys do deserve all the flowers you got last night. And that's what we're doing. That's what Troy and I are doing on my show, is we're just giving people their just desserts. Honestly, it's what they deserve. They deserve. Anybody that's made that list has been kind to us in the locker room, outside of a locker room, down the street, whatever. They've been kind to us, and they're associated with this business. And we have multiple more episodes to film or to do for that. So, like I say on the show, don't come at me. I don't give a shit. I got more lists, so don't come at me if you're not on it yet. Maybe you'll be there, maybe you won't. If you're not,
you might make somebody else's list, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, let's get to know each other. That's what we and Troy do. We want to get to know these people. And so if you're not on the list, hell, let's meet, let's talk, let's get you on that list.
And I think that honestly, professional wrestling the last almost 2 years now. October will make 2 years for us. We've met a lot of people. I mean, it has been very, very giving in friendship, and it's awesome. I mean, the people that you meet and cross paths with.
And to that point, dozens, I'm going to say over 100 people that we've met that we probably would have never met otherwise. The vast, vast majority of them have been amazing people. Really tremendous, good-hearted people that just they're fun. They are cordial and friendly, but at the same time, they love this business, and that's really what this is about. Regardless,
that is it. So let's get a feel for you guys, for people that don't know you. Tell us about yourselves. What got you all into professional wrestling? What inspired you? Who you like? That kind of thing.
When I started professional wrestling 5 years ago, started with Brox here at Auto Grappling. So what got me into wrestling, you hear a lot of people now. They say, "Oh, I watched it when I was 6 years old with my grandpa or my dad." So my story is very similar to theirs. 6 years old, my grandpa, we would watch it every Monday and Friday, change Thursday, time changes. And I just absolutely loved it. And I remember going to a show here in Ironton for FTC and saying, I want to do this. This is just something that felt right. And then a year later from that show, Auto Grappling started, and I was one of the first people to message them and say, sign me up.
Funny story about that show that he was at. I was actually at that show too. We didn't know it. We didn't know anything about each other at the time.
Never met.
It was FTC's Heat Wave.
Yep.
And it was probably my first independent show that I'd been to in a long time, if not ever, honestly.
That was mine. My first independent show ever.
And we were there, and we didn't know each other from Adam, honestly. And then my story is a little bit different. I grew up just love wrestling. I mean, I loved it. I didn't really watch it with anybody. I just watched it because I loved it, So sorry, I got distracted. I got the ADD is real with this kid. ADHD. I got 80 of them. I don't know what that HD is, but I got 80 of them sons of bitches. No, so my story's not much different, honestly. Like, I loved wrestling. I watched it, and then I stopped watching it. Then my story is this: I started wrestling at 39. I stopped wrestling, stopped watching it, didn't do anything with it. Just kind of got out of it, and then a person I know in this business that I was friends with at the time, I played basketball with. It wasn't even a wrestling thing. I knew he was a wrestler, but I played basketball with him on a weekly basis.
Right.
And that guy was in the business, still is in the business. And he was talking about a school that was, I always told him for months, I was like, I really want to try wrestling. I think I can. And he's like, well, there's a school in Nitro. And he was talking about Power Slam. And honestly, I just wasn't committed to drive to Nitro a couple times a week. Honestly,
Right.
It's a bucket list thing for me. And so when Joe Pace decided to open Art of Grappling 5 years ago, it's in my backyard. It's literally 5 minutes from the house I live in right this minute still. Even though we've moved 2 locations, technically
Right.
one is the same building, but we've moved 2 locations, still 5 minutes from my house because we didn't move very far from our original location. I was like, what the hell? Jillian Hall's going to be the trainer. That'll be cool. Get to learn from somebody that's, been who she is and what she's done in this business.
Right.
And it's a bucket list. I'm old. I probably won't last very long. So hell with it. I'll give it a shot. And then here we are all these years later, I say, all these bumps later, all these miles later, all these people later, all these friends later, all this stuff that we've done in the business later. And I'm still here. And, along came Bobby Blaze a few months later after we started. And then we had Jillian and Bobby at the same time. And then, me and him formed the friendship that we formed. And that's the thing about why I think we're who we are as a tag team. You look at these guys that are in the business, and this is not me pooping or anything on anybody, but like
No.
a lot of tag teams just meet each other and like, oh, we got great chemistry. Let's form a tag team, and they're great. They do really well. Very few have the story Troy and I have as a tag team, starting the same night at the same school, having the same trainers, going to almost every one of the same seminars, learning together, pushing each other, not in a way to outdo one the other. He and I have always had the mentality of iron sharpens iron. He and I have pushed each other to the brink. On Saturdays when we would have open mat, before we started taking bookings a lot, Troy and I would show up to the training school at 9 o'clock in the morning. We wouldn't leave until 9 o'clock at night. We would take breaks and go eat or hang out, whatever, but we spent a lot of time in the ring going over what Bobby and Jillian showed us and mastering it and doing our own stuff, putting stuff together for us and just working on it. And we would just beat the hell out of each other for hours. And it's really, it's made us who we are. A lot of people don't have that chemistry because they learn differently, and that's not a bad thing at all. Ours has just been really great to be able to take this journey together with a guy like Troy, who's hands down the best damn wrestler I've ever watched in my life. I swear to God, the kid can do anything, and I love him to death. And he keeps me. He is Grappling Inc. I'm a good looking guy. I'm the face of it. He's the wrestler. That's basically what it is. So,
well, I would argue that last point. But the truth is, you're spot on with the prior point, and that is Troy is phenomenal, dude.
Thank you.
On the mat, off the top,
It don't matter.
around the outside of the ring. It doesn't matter where you're at, what you're doing. Everything you do is just amazing. Every time we see you, I see something else, and I go, man, that kid's just. There's just something different about him. I don't know if it's your mentality. If I think you have a few screws loose, and that helps the creativity flow a little bit sometimes, I think. But everything you do is so meticulous and spot on. I love watching you, but I also think, Brox, you're far more than just a pretty face.
Yeah.
You have done a few things that have surprised the hell out of me.
Go back to our intro. That spear.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Yeah.
I thought you killed him.
Yeah, that
He's still-
spirit.
He's still breathing, I think.
Yeah,
He's still breathing. I appreciate the kind words, guys.
There, that was phenomenal. But you guys are, and we have said this before on this show, you guys are one of, if not the best tag team on the independent scene today. That's not just in this area. That's not a regional thing. You guys truly are one of the best, if not the best, in the country today on the independent scene. And when you first came on here a second ago, you had some titles on your shoulder. Why don't you tell us a little bit about those?
Let us get them back out first. Hang on.
Mine's been on my leg the whole time.
I got to bend over. I'm old. I ain't gonna put mine down. Let's see. These titles. I'll tell you what. Let me tell you about these titles. Unless Troy wants to. I do a lot of talking. You want to talk?
Let's start. I'll feed off.
Okay, you feed off of me. You're gonna feed off of me? Oh my God, he's like it's been like this since day one. This kid's riding my coattails. I swear to God, whatever. All right. So love you, buddy. All right. So these titles, these are Route 33 Tag Team Championships. Let me tell you something about Route 33. I have at this point, if Boss Lady and Route 33 don't start paying me and Troy some dividends on the advertisement we're giving them, we're gonna have to talk about some things. I have put these people on blast about how great they are, and I've said this 100 times. I'll say it 100 more times. Have you guys ever seen the movie Varsity Blues from back in the mid or late 90s, early 2000s?
Absolutely.
One of my favorite movies ever. In that movie, high school football ruled, and when high school football games are going on, they closed the damn town down, and they all went to watch the high school football game. When I tell you Spencer, West Virginia does that for wrestling, that's what happens. The town closes down. They come out to the Spencer Armory and they watch good, old school quality wrestling is what they do. And I'm going to tell you more than anything how much I respect, Jess McCumbers, Josh McCumbers, who own and operate Route 33. More so than Jess McCumbers than Josh. And Josh will tell you that. That's not me shitting on Josh. He's scared to death of Jess, as most people are. The boss lady, she runs a tight ship and she does great there. And Troy, we got an opportunity win. First time there, March of last year.
March of last year, yes.
Yeah. So March of last year, we got an opportunity to face their tag champions, and the first time we'd ever been there. And we took our opportunity and ran with it. We took our opportunity and ran with it at Route 33, and then we were there in March. We didn't go back to November of that same year, and it was another title match with those same guys that hit me in the head with a chain. It was what was the name of those idiots? Dumb Ways to Die. Dumb Ways to Die. Michael Anthony and Hero Napier. Hit me in the head with a chain. It cost us the shot in March, and then we went back in November of last year, and we got a rematch, and we have held these belts on our shoulders since then. And I'll tell you this, Spencer has become a second home for us. We absolutely love going to Spencer. I invite you guys to go check out a show in Spencer, West Virginia. You guys, knowing you all, would absolutely love Spencer, West Virginia, and what they do there at Route 33.
That may definitely need to be a trip that we need to make. I mean, I definitely could see that happening.
I have a disclaimer real quick. There is training going on in the other room. So if you hear screaming or crying or whining, it's probably the Neon Enigma, and it's probably Bobby pushing her to her edge, and she's real pissed off about it, just so you know. Maybe it might be Bishop straight in there whining. It might be one of our new trainees, Gage, 16-year-old kid who's got a real shot. It might be some guys in there, the prize fighter, Ken Jenkins, who don't know who's in there because we ain't seen anybody in there yet because we came back here before we started.
Well, I mean, when you say someone may be screaming, whining, and crying, my first thought is that's got to be Jordan Carlisle. But, I mean,
well, maybe.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know who's in there. I haven't went in there to look, so you never know. But it's probably the Neon Enigma because she hates. She's glad I'm in here tonight. I'll tell you that for sure. I can promise. Am I wrong? Is she happy I'm in here tonight? She's probably happy I'm in here tonight, honestly.
We'll try to keep you busy then.
Yeah. So that is the titles you currently hold, the Route 33 Tag Team Championships. We know that there is a future where you are going to be vying for the FTC AOG Tag Team Championships.
Yes, there is.
What is your thought going into that? I know you guys have had a little bit of an issue trying to get that next show running. You've had a few things go awry, so to speak. What's your thinking going into that title hunt?
Well, let me answer the going awry first. So here at the school, we've never been blessed in any school we've ever had with air conditioning, ever. Not the first building, not the last building, not this building. We've never had air conditioning. It never bothered us when we were in our first couple, when we was in our first place. Jillian Hall didn't give a rat's ass whether we were cool. She pushed us to we wanted to die most nights.
Yeah.
And that is not a dig. That is, thank you so much, Jillian, for pushing us to who we are.
Mm-hmm.
We've never had air conditioning, but we don't want the fans to suffer through that. I don't want the fans to come here and have to sweat like we do. So we're just kind of taking a little summer hiatus. We also have fairs and festivals that we're doing, so we don't want to oversaturate.
Yeah.
So we're just taking a little hiatus through the summer. We'll be back. I'm looking probably September will be our first month back here at the Art of Grappling, maybe late September. But yeah, it's nothing. It's hotter than hell in here, boys. It's hot. I don't want you. I don't want everybody to suffer through that like we do. So.
Yeah, I mean, we'd actually had that conversation before, and just didn't want to, wanted to let you have that opportunity to say that it wasn't my place. That's up to you.
No, that's okay. I appreciate it.
But so possibly September, are we going to see Grappling Inc. challenging for the FTC AOG Tag Team Championships?
Well, I guess that's a question. Go ahead, Troy. I'll let you answer that.
Well, that depends on in August.
Yeah, so there is an AOG or not an AOG event. There's an FTC event August 22nd here in Ironton, Midnight Madness, something we do every year. If the title shot doesn't take place that night, it will take place not long after that in September. I don't really know listen. We won the opportunity to get the titles. It's up to the champions to accept or put the titles on the line, and as champions, they get that champion's advantage at this point. So, there's been some shadow games with them at this point, but we'll catch up with them at some point, and our eyes are 100% on those on those titles. So, we've carried them before, carried them for a long time, and we have 2 shoulders each, so we have more shoulders for belts. And just so you know, just in case anybody's listening, and especially you fellas or anybody else out there, not only do we have 2 shoulders for belts, we have waist that we can put belts around. So listen, don't think because we got 2 we can't carry more. Just throwing it out there. Troy, what do you think about that?
Well, that was go ahead, Troy.
I think we can carry a good amount. I was thought on, could we have the AOG tag titles? It's not so much as do we think we have a chance. It's we know tag team wrestling. We know what we're capable of. We know that we are going to do everything in our power to win those belts back.
Absolutely.
All right. So Grappling Inc. is a tag team. Looking back at professional wrestling, watching it, coming through it, watching it, what teams inspired you guys?
I have a short answer. DX for me. Like, if you watch Troy and I, the funny thing is Troy and I, neither one are fans of comedy wrestling. If you spend your whole time in the match trying to make people laugh, then I feel like you're pulling away from what wrestling's really about.
Right.
The way that Troy and I approach it is we have fun with it, and we're going to have fun with it until it's time to get serious and do what we're trained to do best, and that's tag team wrestle and put our training to work. What do you think, Troy?
Other than DX, other people that inspired us, it's such a, take it how you want, a generational gap.
He just called me old, boys. That's how I took it. He just called me old.
Yeah.
Take it how you want. There's that. He's inspired by people differently than I'm inspired. I'm inspired by the Eddie Guerreros. He's inspired by the Stone Colds. So if there's a specific tag team that inspires it other than DX, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, and here's the other thing too is like I'm a big Arn Anderson fan, and I know Troy appreciates the I don't want to say the golden years because they're the years I like. So, but the Arn Anderson eras, I appreciate that. Dean Malenko, who has his hand as much as anybody in training one of our trainers, Bobby Blaze, with his dad and brother down at the Malenko's place in Florida. But I like that style. I like that style of wrestling. I like the good technical sound wrestling, and I know that Troy shadows that, especially with the Eddies and the guys that he likes. But I think that's what makes us different. Is I don't know that we have an inspirational tag team other than, and we take a lot of our goofy shit from DX because they had a good time until they didn't have to have a good time. When it's time to lay down and play and do things business wise, they did it. I think that's the only comparison we have. That, and I think that's why Troy and I mesh so well, because we just march to the beat of our own drums, and that's what we do. We don't fall in line to what what is the norm. The norm is not for a guy like Troy to monkey flip me onto someone, right? We don't, the norm is not for me to pick up my tag team partner and fling him out of the ring onto people and land on a table. The norm is not for me to throw Troy at people like a lawn dart. That is not the norm, right? So that's what sets us apart. We're not a normal tag team, right? There is a generational gap. He's 25, I'm 44, but that doesn't mean shit to us. What means to us is we're good, technically sound wrestlers, and we'll go out there and have fun, and make sure that if you buy a ticket to where we're at, you leave thinking, damn, I can't wait till that show happens again, or wherever those guys are at next, I want to buy a ticket. That's what we care about.
I couldn't agree more with that statement.
Yeah, and the age gap there, it is a little obvious in the way that you guys wrestle, but it also helps. You both have the ability to play to your strengths, but also to cooperate and bring those together. And I think that's what makes you guys the best.
I appreciate that. Tell them one night, Troy. Remember the one night in Beckley, West Virginia, what we done to screw with everybody's head where we swapped? Remember, I done what you do and you done what I do, and you want to tell that story?
I would pay money to see that.
We could do that. We could do that. So he was in a
triple threat.
He was in a triple threat with
Corey Sparks
with
Crash. Wasn't Crash Jackson? It was Crash Williams.
Crash Williams.
Yeah,
big
dude.
It was a very good triple threat where they took the big man out, and him and Corey started chain wrestling
for the better part of 5 minutes.
For good, yeah.
Just
and in my match,
you picked a heck of a guy to chain wrestle with. I'll give you that.
That's sure.
Corey Sparks is amazing.
Yep,
absolutely.
And just for the record, that match was so over between me and Corey when the big guy was out, because he would start to get back up. Me and Corey knock his ass back down off the ring. And me and Corey, we just kept chain wrestling, going back and forth. And the crowd was into us. So, not to pull the curtain back so much, I was just like, yeah, let's just keep doing this. They loved it. So that's what we were doing.
And me, I focus so much in my matches on, wrestling. I want to get the pin. That's just how I am. I'm ready to wrestle, whether it's training or anything. And the guy that I was with,
kind of a comedy guy.
Kind of a comedy guy. Like the guy.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Willie Storm. And little comedy guy. And I talked the entire time. Did very little wrestling. And I was making the crowd absolutely lose their mind. They were laughing.
Yeah. So we completely reversed roles. Like I became the technically sound wrestler that night with Corey Sparks, and then Troy was out there flapping his jaws like I do, trying to get people out of their seats and pop, and we just completely reversed roles. And the funny thing about it was, on our way home, was talking about it, the crowd reaction to both of those things was amazing. We had never been to this promotion at that point. It was our first time there, and we were just like, and we didn't even discuss flipping roles. Like, it wasn't something we were in the back. We were like, hey, you be me, I'll be you.
We just did the matches, and when we drove back home, we was thinking, We just switched.
we just kind of started talking, and I was like, and we kind of come about it because, and that was 2 years ago at this point, I think, maybe 2.5 years ago. So at this point, we do that stuff for fun. Now we'll be in the back and we'll be like, hey, you wanna do this to mess with some people? That's just what we do now on purpose. But then, and that's what I think. To your point, Walter, it for us, I can wrestle my strengths. He wrestles his strengths. But I think the fact that we both can do either one is what makes us great at what we do. And I'm sorry, that sounds like a very conceited thing to say, but I just know the work that Troy has put in and we put in together to be where we're at. So,
absolutely.
You've both put in a ton of work. I would say it's not conceited simply because you can both back it up. That's just my opinion.
Appreciate that.
It's confidence. It's not cocky. It's confident.
That's indeed.
Maybe borderline, but
that's okay.
So, talking about teams that you have wrestled, if there was a team or teams that you have never wrestled, past, present, future, what have you, doesn't have to be Indy or mainstream, either one, who would it be, guys?
Oh, that's a daggone good question. So we're talking, are we fantasy booking or are we something can actually happen?
Fantasy booking. I mean, it could be indie stars, it could be mainstream, they could be dead.
Man,
I mean, it doesn't matter.
I had one that I had a goal when it happened. I always wanted to. It just never came in to fruition. Mark and Jay Briscoe.
Yeah, that'd have been fun.
I would have loved that.
Great.
Fun. That'd have been fun for us, for sure. That'd have been really fun. Good one. For me, I don't know. I don't know. I think early New Day would have been really fun for me and Troy, just based off of how we would, banter with one another. Huh?
With the pancakes?
Yeah, just when the Bootios and just when they were being goofy, because they kind of done the same thing. They were kind of silly until it didn't end be silly, and they were more silly during their matches than we are. But I think it'd have been fun to go back and forth with them. It'd have been really fun.
Which two?
Which iteration?
That was going to be my question. Yeah. You're talking about
one, man. I love Big E so much because he was a big powerhouse. I could do just about whatever you want him to do.
Yeah. Right.
Kofi was so he's so friggin' athletic to do anything you want to. But Xavier in his own right is they're all three phenomenal. But I think for me it would have probably been Kofi and Big E for me. Just because I love Big E so much, and maybe I have a little bit of a soft spot because of what he's had to go through for that. But I mean, any of them have been great for me. But that would be my pick, Big E and Kofi. So
okay.
Now,
Troy?
I do have a tag team on the independent that I wouldn't mind wrestling. And we have wrestled them, but it was in a fair, and it was in deep Kentucky. And I'm not sure that the video has even been released or that it ever will be, but I'm sure it will, knowing Kyle Maggard and how he puts stuff out so well. But Troy and I wrestled the Stew Crew earlier this summer, and if you don't know the Stew Crew, you need to know the Stew Crew. They're so friggin' good at what they do. I would wrestle them 100 times in 100 nights in 100 different cities. I wouldn't care. They're so good. They're so good. I really liked wrestling the Stew Crew. We had another tag team that we wrestled at Route 33. Was the Brotherhood? Brotherhood. They were based out of Pittsburgh, I think.
I think it was
Pittsburgh. They were really good too. But the thing about tag team wrestling, and you guys know this as well as anybody, but it's hard to find tag teams that are together for a long time on the independent circuit. So it's hard to pinpoint tag teams that you really want to wrestle, because by the time they either get popular, they're separating because they can't get along, or they egos, or one's bigger than the other, and this promoter wants this person to have a solo career or whatever, or it's a one-off thing, and they do so well, but they should do more stuff together. It's hard to find legit tag teams, guys that have the same kind of gear, have an actual name, a song that is not just some random song that they both like, a song that depicts them. The whole tag team thing is I think it's even a little more difficult in wrestling than just having a solo career, because you rely on 3 other people technically, and you have to agree. You got to want the same things with your partner. And when Troy and I do things, rarely is there a decision made where it's not like he's texting me and say, "Hey, what do you think?" or me texting him and say, "Hey, what do you think?" We rarely make decisions. When I get a message from a promoter, I say, "Hey, do you want to take this booking? Do you not want to take it?" And that's the thing that makes tag team really cohesive. Communication is like anything else. So
definitely understand. I agree. I know earlier today we were talking, about this show being the 57th episode, and then the news we get around noon that thank you. The news we get around noon, the unfortunate passing of Hulk Hogan, and I asked him, I said, do we want to just roll this over after you guys have to duck out, or do we want to stop, take a break, and come back for episode 58 right after it? And we pretty well decided we're going to take about a 15-minute break, but we're going to come back for another round. And it's communication, and that's key.
Yeah, we're not getting in the ring every night like you guys are, but it is a tag team. We don't do anything without running it past the other. So I mean, we absolutely understand that, and I think you're right. That's what makes a cohesive team is working together, not just inside the ring or not just at the announce table in our case,
right,
but working together in every aspect of what you're going to do with the job. Not necessarily, like you said, you're not going in the back and planning, okay, we're going to do this, this, and this, but you're planning what you're going to do as far as work, the job itself.
Yeah.
Are you going to take this booking, or are you not going to take this booking? You're not just saying, yeah, we'll be there, and then telling Troy 3 days later, oh, by the way, we've got a booking on August 5th, or, whatever.
It's never happened, has it, Troy? Maybe once or twice, okay? But it's a place it'll be
usually a very confident.
It's a place I know he wants to work at. But there has been a time or two we'll be we'll be here at the school and talking. I'll be like, oh, by the way, we're booked on blah blah blah. And he'll be like, oh, okay, cool. So much so that I had to make a calendar. We have a calendar that we share now. That's an app that I've titled Grappling Inc bookings, and I'll put them in there. That way, if I forget, he at least can look in there and see that he knows what we're doing.
Has there ever been Troy? Has there ever been a moment where you've looked at the calendar and said, we have a booking, and you haven't heard Brox mention it in a few days, and then you have to call him like, dude, we've got a show like this Saturday. Do you remember this? He's like, crap, I forgot about it.
Every booking.
Okay. All right.
No, there's been a couple not normal bookings, but we used to do birthday party shows here, and he'll put down the birthday party, and I'll just scroll through like what bookings I got. Every birthday party, I'm a guarantee. Like I've that's just my mentality. Like
they're fun. They're super fun.
It's for the school. They're a good time to get. It's good ring time. You get to do stuff you may not normally do at a show to like see how it works. The good learning curves, and every once in a while he'll put those down. Like, oh, I didn't even know that was that day. Okay, well, I guess I'm wrestling.
Normally I'll put those in the group chat though, because I really like to use those for guys and girls who haven't had a lot of matches. Because like Troy said, they're good for people to get in and try stuff that they've not got to try. It's not Thunder. That's Bobby Blaze in there.
They're killing somebody out there.
I'm telling you, I told you there was
heard that sound.
Yeah, that sound is just, and you all are 2 hours away, and damn it.
That's some good.
I can be here by 9:30.
Yeah, they'll be done.
Let's get it.
All right.
But we use those birthday parties for that reason, and they're really great for that. So I just put them in a group chat, who wants to work a birthday party, and then I always forget about it. And then Troy will be like, hey, this Saturday we got a birthday party. What time should we be there? And I'm like, oh shit, we got a birthday party? And I'm the one they message. I'm the one they call or text or whatever. And I'm like, oh shit, we got a birthday party. You're right. So yeah, that's happened a time or 2 or 3 or 14.
I understand.
Oh goodness. Yeah, you guys, we have a whole lot in common there. Because I do not have a clue. 15 plus years working night shift, I don't have a clue what day of the week it is. I know what day of the week it is. I don't know what day of the month it is. Okay. So I'm positive this is Thursday, but I don't have a clue what the date is. I'm leaving that up to him to make sure I know that I have an event on said date, such and such date. So,
and there's a reason I can keep up with this stuff. I've got a planner right here. And if I don't write it down, it don't happen. I promise you all.
Well, I'm going to tell you, if I had a planner, I would leave it everywhere I went. So that's why it's my phone. My phone's normally in my
That's
hand.
why I keep it. It stays in my bag. I mean, in the bag with my computer, it's there. And I actually have it copied on the calendar on my phone, but sometimes things don't always make it to my phone.
Yeah.
By the way, you see here we've got some comments in. Well, I mean, they were several minutes ago.
Yeah, I just
Professor Bear said ugly face.
It's when I said I was the pretty face of the group. That's listen,
right
if he
there.
wasn't a Hall of Famer, that man wasn't a Hall of Famer, I'd probably still not say shit. I'm gonna lie to you. I love Professor Bear.
there it is.
I said last night, Troy said he wanted to wrestle a bear.
I want to wrestle a bear.
I told him he should wrestle Professor Bear.
Yeah.
And then our good friend Heather Matney is on. So shout out to both of y'all, Professor Bear, Heather.
Look, get a
Love
load
y'all.
of this one, Heather. Something I believe it was in Huntington. I saw a flyer for a no holds barred wrestling event complete with the burlesque bands and food trucks. We need something like that local, Mike Blankenship.
You had me at burlesque and food.
I was gonna say, I mean, hey, I could.
So what Heather is asking for is for Elevate Pro Wrestling and FTC's Art of Grappling to come together and do a live event with burlesque bands, food trucks, and no holds barred wrestling.
No, there's a comma between burlesque and bands, not burlesque bands.
Well, it could be burlesque bands. I don't care.
Could be. I mean,
There's a
I
comma.
can't see
in there.
that.
we need confirmation over here.
I understand punctuation. There's a comma. It's burlesque and bands. And like I
That's
said,
it.
she had me at burlesque. I'll just be honest with you, though. There's nothing about behind this table that you guys want to see in burlesque. I promise you that.
I was
Right?
gonna say ain't nothing behind this table you want to see. I always make the joke that
I got to do this.
Oh, you gonna let us hear it? You're not gonna let us hear it now? Come on, boy. Hang on a second. What? All right, come on now.
I done that specifically for Bob and John over Indy Wrestling Experience. So
yeah, they definitely get a kick out of when we mute each other.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, hey, we can do burlesque and bands and food trucks, or we can do burlesque bands and food trucks. I mean, it's whatever.
I always tell everybody that I auditioned for Naked and Afraid one time. I got naked and they got afraid.
I was going to say you auditioned and you got it for afraid, but not the naked part. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
I got
Was
naked. They got afraid.
Was that Nichols?
Nichols.
Yeah,
Cankles.
Nichols.
Nichols.
Was it? That was probably Nichols. Earlier we were talking about quarters.
Nah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll understand when you grow up, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, well, listen, hang on. I think I'm older than at least one of you.
Yeah, you're older than me by a couple years.
Yeah,
Depending on what month you were born in.
Are we going to do
Are you
that?
older?
We'll do it,
I
Mike.
ain't afraid of you.
Come
Let's
on,
do it.
hell, I ain't scared either. I was born in March.
I was born in July of '81.
Boys, I'm the
You
oldest
had
one in the room. Let's give it up for me. Yeah, old
Hand
shit.
clap for Brox.
Let's go. There we go.
And Troy is still a fetus.
Festus?
Yes.
Festus. Are you Festus? No, he's got the tongue out. Look at he's got the goodness, boys.
Get the bell out.
You didn't spike your hair for this. Why didn't you spike your hair?
My headphones are a bit.
Oh, that's true. So we both have. So Troy has a hair manager. And
I used to have one.
Troy has a hair manager. I don't have a hair manager because there's nothing really you can do with what I got. This is my. You all want to meet my hair manager? So
Yes.
I used to cut my hair where it was a hard part. It was super short, and I've let it go longer and slick it back. Now this is my hair manager. I just give a little bit of water here and just let nature do its thing. That's my hair manager. But Troy has an actual traveling hair manager. He has someone that goes everywhere we go and fixes his hair before matches. I don't know what I have to do to get a hair. I got a manager to help me with this, and I got a manager that helps me with some other things.
Well, I had a personal advisor once upon a time, but she flew the coop, and it's kind of me doing it myself now, and that's really turned out well.
Listen, if you need another like assistant or like a I can probably find you one. I can probably find you.
I don't know about you. Seems like my luck been bad in life. It's not that I don't have luck. I have luck. It's just bad.
Oh, come on, Mike. Listen, I will tell you this. I'll tell you this, and I'm not muting anything, and I'm not going to say anything else other than this. But you have mine and Troy's full support, just so you know. That I'm just so you know, you have mine and Troy's full support, brother. We have your back. Not that we don't have yours, Walter. I'm just saying in this one instance I'm talking about.
No, I'm perfectly fine as far as that goes.
I got you.
Yeah,
it's me over here.
I wouldn't say happy, but I will say content. You're right. I would say
there's a big difference in content and happy.
Yeah.
My brother tells me he's been happily married 6 times or whatever, 5 times, whatever it is at this point. I don't know how many times it's been. It's been a hot.
Sounds like my brother. See,
we're both from Kentucky, so be careful there, Walter. It might be a thing.
He's working on. I think he's in number 5 theoretically. So yeah.
I need to think. Let's see. Listen, the fact that my brother's been married this many times really blows me away. The fact that one of his marriages is to a stripper makes me my hero. Let's see. I know that he's been married. Burlesque. That's what I'm saying. He's been married for sure that I know of. He's on his second or third. He might be on his 5th right now, on his 5th marriage, and she's a wonderful woman. I love her to death. Heather's great. But yeah, you think I'm something? You should meet him. He's you've met him. He's an oddball.
I know we're here to talk about you guys, but you bring that up, and I can't help but say, my brother is the type of guy. Well, I have 2. The youngest one is actually more like me than the other, but the middle brother, he will put you in the mind of Kramer from Seinfeld.
Nice.
He opens every door and slides into the room with far more confidence than he deserves. And so for him to actually be in his 4th, 5th marriage, whatever now, that really blows my mind too. So I understand.
You mentioned that now. I think back as to Maisie's birthday party last year when she was mocking.
Yeah. My 18, almost 19-year-old daughter mocks my brother, and it's a perfect replica. It's a perfect thing. She goes to the door and she just like kicks it open and comes, and everyone just dies because it's spot on. But so it's not a secret thing that this is what he does. Everyone sees it and knows, my God, why does he do that? Why?
I have a story. I want to tell a story.
Go right ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I think they froze on us.
Are y'all there?
Can you hear us?
There you are.
You're there.
Yay. I've told this story on an episode of my podcast very early on. And he was watching, and I wish he was watching this one because he would chime in and he would probably embarrass the hell out of me. My brother's name is William Francis Stidham. And he when he does something to you, and it's really embarrassing, or if he does something that kind of gets you, he calls it, you got franked. You got franked. And he used to, when you guys remember when, and you won't remember this because you're a child. Do you guys remember when Yahoo Messenger was a thing? Like you would jump on there.
I do really well.
I knew you guys would. So my brother Frank he would come and visit. He lives in North Carolina. Former military, retired. Great dude. Actually let him announce a show for us one time. The worst decision of my life, but he tried. God bless him. It's fucking awful. It was bad, wasn't it? So he tried. God bless him. He had notes. They were scribbled and they were all mixed up. He dropped them once. And he was like, I don't know what to fucking do.
He
He didn't give a crap. He just went out there and ad-libbed, and it was terrible. It was a terrible idea to let him ad-lib anything. So he had come in from North Carolina, and he come to the house, and he was like, he was a bit promiscuous back in the day, which explains why he's been married, more times than he should have. So, God. And he found he's like, we need to get in a little trouble tonight. So he found these two people to get in trouble with, these two ladies in Louisa, Kentucky, to get in trouble with.
Oh, no.
And yeah, I know, right? I said Louisa. You guys should have known right then, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, he said, and he's been gone. He left for Fort Lejeune. I think it's Lejeune. I think I pronounced that correct. In North Carolina. Yep. In 19. He's quite a bit older than me. I think he left in like 1980 or something, 1981. To go there, and he's lived in North Carolina ever since. He's been in Germany, traveled for the military, but he's lived in North Carolina. So he's not been here since the 80s. He still calls it home, and he still knows how to get around here, but So when these two girls said, where do you want to meet at? They said, meet us at the birdhouse. Well, I know what the birdhouse is. I'm sure you guys know what the birdhouse is. Even Troy, I think at this point, knows what the birdhouse is. We've traveled it so many times,
Right.
and I've called it. And I played softball down in Louisa for years, and that's where I would always turn to go to the softball field. So I knew what the birdhouse was. So he's like, the hell's the birdhouse? And I was like, well, it's a big gas station. It kind of looks like a birdhouse and a castle all at the same time. And he was like,
Yeah.
Is this a good idea? And I was like, I don't know. You're the one that found these two freaking backwood red. No, it's probably not. And he's like, cool, let's go. It's like 11:30 at night. It's 11:30 at night. He's like, let's go. We pile in his Jeep, drive to the birdhouse. It's 12 degrees outside, and it's an old Jeep because he's an old military guy, and it's got, rag top. I mean, it's completely covered, but the heat doesn't work very well because there's all kinds of cracks in those rag top Jeeps. You know how they are.
Right.
I'm freezing to death, and I don't get cold most of the time. You ask me, I don't get cold, and I'm freezing to death. And we get down there, we pull up, and the lady for the night for my brother gets out of the driver's side, and I was like, okay, all right, my brother, listen, he got me great. This will be good. Now I can't wait to see what steps out the other side. Well, outside the other side was Larry, the freaking cable guy, and I was so freaking mad, dude. That woman got out looking like Larry the Cable, had a thicker beard than I do right now, and the biggest jaw packer in her mouth. And he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I said, ain't no way, boy, ain't happening. And he said, just entertain her. And I'm like, what do you want me to do, sing her a song? No, I'm not doing this. Oh, they're gone. They left us. There they are. So he was like, just talk to her. So I migrate to the driver's seat of his Jeep with his keys, because I had every intention of booting her big ass out of that Jeep and driving away as fast as I could. If he was with me or not. And he goes to her, that girl that he met in her truck. And I'm trying to find everything in the world to talk about. I got nothing. I have nothing to talk about this girl. I was just like, so when's your next date? What city are you going to be in? Telling jokes. Get her done. I didn't know what to say to her. Like so whatever happened. Yeah, get her done. And he gets in the Jeep. And we're driving back home. There's nothing said. I mean, not a word until we get to Calgon. And you guys know what I'm talking about. We're driving down 23 back towards Calixburg. Yeah. Not a word spoke till Calgon, which is a good 20 minutes. I mean, am I pretty accurate there for 20 minutes? Right. Not a word, boys. Finally, he goes, hey, did you get her done? Sorry. No, I didn't. I had nothing. No, hell no. We're driving back, and he's telling me about all the great things he done and how hot she was and everything. We get back to the house, and we're sitting there talking, and he was like, hey, there's a word for what happened tonight. And I said, what's that word? He said, you got franked. That's what happens in North Carolina. I was like, I'm your brother, though, man. Like, why you gonna do this to me?
Why would you do that to me?
Right. Yeah. He's you guys will have to have him here at the show one time when you guys come in to do commentary. He's different. If he wants to do commentary with you, tell him no. Tell him I said no, not at all. He will tell so many stories.
Said for you to leave. You have no access to this table.
Have we ever told anybody no that they couldn't do commentary with us?
Never.
Well,
Well-
we didn't tell that one guy no.
Oh.
We just got Arson to come in and
Yeah, that
sit in with us to keep we
didn't tell him no. We just said,
In a minute.
as soon as it feels right, we'll work
So
something out.
go
And
to hell.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
just
it is.
never felt right. Yeah.
Troy has this thing where he'll say, "I like this guy, but professionally they're all right, but personally they can go for themselves." Is that how you? Is that your motto?
I like you personally.
That's what it is.
Professionally, go F yourself.
That's what it is. I like you personally, but professionally go after yourself. That's what it was.
I got you.
He's he's not the sweetheart you guys think he is.
It's not many people.
Well, I mean, he's still a good guy.
He's awesome. He's awesome. He carries Grappling Inc. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This kid. Listen, when I'm done riding his coattails and he goes full on singles wrestling, he's going to be amazing and continue to do things he's doing and not even remember a time that he was in Grappling Inc. with my old ass. So
You guys got a long time ahead.
Is there a future? Hopefully, many years in the future, but is there a future where Brox decides to hang the boots up and he becomes the manager for the grappling god, Titan Troy?
we've actually talked about this years ago. I don't know, Troy. It'd be your career I'm ruining. You tell me.
The only guarantee that I will give is there will never be another tag team partner.
Wow.
There's no current because I'm not getting chopped in the throat again.
Yeah.
Big
Big words from Titan Troy.
That's it.
I'll tell you this. When he gets to where he wants to go in this business, and I mean to the top level, where millions of people see him on a weekly basis. When he gets there, whether I'm behind the curtain waiting on him to come through it at a show at a big arena, or I'm at the house waiting on a text telling me how it went, he'll always have my support. He'll always have me behind him, telling him that he's the best thing, pun intended, because of Jillian Hall since sliced bread. And he's always got my support. This is my brother. I've got a few of these in the business. I got a few guys that I will run through a brick wall for and go bury a body for at midnight. I don't give a shit. Troy is the day one. Troy's the day one for me. We started this shit day one with each other, and he will always have me behind him to cuss at him for doing something wrong and tell him that he needs to do it better, or be the first one to tell him how great he is. So he's always got my support no matter what.
Nice.
No, absolutely.
So I have a couple more things before we let him
Go ahead.
You mentioned earlier, both of you mentioned that not only do you have two shoulders to carry straps on, you've got a waist. Elevate Pro Wrestling is going to be crowning its first ever tag team champions very soon.
Ooh.
Is that something that Grappling Inc. is interested in?
Troy, go ahead. I know you.
I'm very interested in that. More so just getting the opportunity. I'm very interested I'm a very goal-minded person. When I have a goal set, I like to stick to it.
Gotcha.
I've been a first of many. I had a first match. We've had first time gold at AOG. I would love to be the first Elevate Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champion.
Awesome.
And I'll piggyback off of what he said. We were a part of the very first Elevate Pro Wrestling show, and we've been back.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And Elevate Pro Wrestling is home. We consider it one of our homes.
Yeah.
We've always said AOG, FTC was home for us, and then as we started to work these other promotions, they've become home for us. Route 33, AMW, and a few others, BGW. Elevate is right there with us. We were humbled and honored enough to be a part of your all's first show in Harlan, and have made a couple appearances back with Elevate. So for us to say we carried gold for the first time at a place that we helped open, or that we were part of opening. Not helped open, but
Right.
was part of opening.
You were a big part of it.
You helped.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
So
And you've been a big part of more than one Elevate Pro Wrestling show, and we're grateful for that. So yeah, don't sell yourself short there.
No, not at all.
well, just to get the opportunity to even be able to represent Elevate at a level with carrying gold and representing that company would be an honor for us to actually carry the gold and represent Elevate like we have AOG, Route 33, and the Bluegrass WrestleCon where we've carried titles before. It would just solidify how much love and respect we have for Elevate. So, are we interested? Does that bear that wrestled in that question you gave us at this show, that one not shit in the woods? You damn right it does. We're interested.
I will guarantee he did at one point in his life anyway.
And we're damn sure we're interested.
By the way, that was Gorgeous Gus.
Gorgeous Gus.
Wrestled Nelson Roy.
He
wrestled Wahoo McDaniel.
Yeah, he wrestled Nelson Royal from Wheelwright, Kentucky, and Chief Wahoo McDaniel wrestled Gorgeous Gus in a handicap match, and they lost.
I can see why.
Then when you find out Gorgeous Gus is an Appalachian black bear,
It all makes sense.
See, I could take on a black bear.
You've lost your mind.
Let's go find one. I want to see this.
Did you say go find one or one? Because
I don't know what his name is.
It's funny you mentioned Juan, because Grappling Inc. started with me and Juan, and then I don't know what happened to him. I'm only going to guess that it had to do with some slippery like ice or something. Anyway, he's gone, and Troy stepped in his place, and it's been us since then. So
That's it.
you think Juan could wrestle a black bear?
No.
But you think you can?
Yeah. I'm way better than him.
Well, you are better than Juan. I'm going to give you that. Is it because you have spiky hair?
Yes.
He has his own hair girl. Did I mention he has his own hair girl, boys? He has his own hair girl.
I guess
We may have to do a show on an Indian reservation or something, because it is illegal in 48 states, but
what state is
probably
it?
50.
Well, those places.
Hang on a second. You just said it's illegal in 48 states, and Troy says, which state isn't it? Just for the record, if it's 48 and you say state, that's 49, which means there's still one more. Your math sucks.
I assume one of them's Hawaii.
No, dude, your math sucks.
Hold on, let me figure.
Wait. I don't know if there's bears in Hawaii. Is there bears in Hawaii?
I don't know. I ain't never been there.
No, you got to ship one.
Well, I know there's no Appalachian black bear, but there could be some native bear. I mean, the red panda is kind of small.
Well, hold on a minute. Give me a buttons where they at.
Oh my! Hang on, I got one for you. Hang on. This. No, they muted us. We can't hear what they're saying. That's
What's
bull.
the states?
I would not ever know. I would never ask these two fine, upstanding gentlemen to go to that place.
All right.
Do it.
It's the only place we can find a bear, though.
If we can get a show in Phelps, Kentucky.
You said it. There goes half our base.
If we can somehow manage to book a show in Phelps, Kentucky, we will have them there, and I will try my best to wrangle a black bear and bring it in for Troy.
Listen, that will be a night. Grappling Inc. won't be wrestling. It'll be Titan Troy. It'll be Titan Troy with Brox Boulder in the back, supporting him from afar.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I'll be supporting you from the locker room or in my truck, because I'm as soon as our boy cuts loose, I'm out. Yeah, I'm leaving. Taking your girl and leaving.
Guys, you all are a hoot, and we love you all to death. Brox, you and Troy for a minute. I noticed a post you posted, or FTC posted on Facebook the other day, maybe yesterday, talking about the school. If people are interested in FTC's Art of Grappling, getting into professional wrestling, why don't you tell us about the school?
So it's freaking awesome. That's what I'm going to tell you about it. No, listen, we have been very proud of what we've done here, and we pride ourselves in accepting anyone that wants to do anything in this business. So we don't really want to pigeonhole ourselves to, if you want to be a professional wrestler, come see us. We have Bobby Blaze, and he can teach you to be a professional wrestler. He is amazing. But what we're very blessed with here is, I have a podcasting studio. If you want to do commentary, I feel confident enough that I can help you get to do that. Also have connections with you guys that I'm sure if I reached out to, you guys would be willing to help. If you want to be an announcer, Stevie Tyler, our announcer for AOG Live, she was just a mom, just a fan, and now she's our announcer here. And I worked with her a couple times and kind of taught her the ins and outs, and she does an amazing job now. We've trained referees. Smarty Marks, who Troy repping on his shirt, is a trainee. He was here at the art. He learned how to do what he does here at the Art of Grappling. Bishop Strait, BK Marshall are referees that are out there doing things that train here at the Art of Grappling. Managers, valets. If you want to do it in the business of wrestling, the Art of Grappling is where it needs to be. It's just what I feel. And I'm not telling anybody else that another building is where you need to be, or another school. It's just I'm biased to this one. It's giving me everything that I've got. Everything he's got, and so many out there. Sarah Bubbles, Lifeguard Ross, the Brothers of Seduction, the Neon Enigma, the Rocket Josh Benson's been here. Jordan Carlisle. I mean, the list goes on and on of really greats that are out there doing their thing. A quick story: Bishop Strait. Bishop Strait has been a fan of FTC since 2016. Bishop Strait is not your normal wrestler, not your normal referee. His eyes are paralyzed. What he has, is it MS? He has MS. Graduated from high school, and then the following week showed up at our front door and said, "I want to be a referee." The kid come in tripping over his own feet, couldn't chew bubble gum and walk at the same time, and had a passion for wrestling. Now I'm here to tell you, and I'm happy to report that kid goes in there and does drop downs, runs ropes, takes shoulder tackles, takes bumps, and he's a referee. But he couldn't tie his shoes and walk and chew bubble gum or any of that shit when he walked in the door. And now the kid can go out there and do things that people that have been here 2 years don't do very well. So
that's awesome.
You want to know our credentials. I'm going to list. Jillian Hall started here. Bobby Blaze is still here. The people that I listed previously that are out there and are killing it on the independent scene are all the credentials you need. But if you need one more, it's Bishop freaking Strait. Because that kid got there not knowing a damn thing and couldn't hardly do anything. And now he's in there, probably the best physical therapy he's ever had in his life, doing drop downs and shoulder tackles and taking ref bumps and taking regular bumps. And he done it right here under the tutelage of Bobby Blaze. And he's in there screaming, counting right now. That's what he's doing right now. I just heard him count. He has a very distinct count. We always like, 2. But he's done it, and he's killing it. So anybody out there listening, anybody out there watching, you want to learn the art of grappling, you want to learn anything about the school, you want to learn about wrestling or managing, refereeing, commentary, announcing, come here. And you'll be part of our family, just as we've made Mike and Walter a part of our family.
Hey, part of our family. Truly feel like part of the family. In fact, I tell Walter I feel just as much at home up there as I do at Elevate Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's for us too.
So grateful.
That's the same as for us at Elevate. We feel like Elevate's home at this point. But once you're part of the Art of Grappling family, you're a part of the family, and anything that we can do to help you get out there. When Ross was ready, I threw him in the truck and said, "Let's go. You're going to you're going to get bookings. I'm going to get you booked." And we put him in the truck and we got him bookings. He's out there murdering it right now. We got a young athlete right there. 16 right now that is athletic, strong, and when he's ready, I'm going to throw his ass in the truck. I'm like, "Let's go. You're going with me." Troy and I have done that with everybody that come after us, and we're going to continue to do that with people that come after them, because Bobby paid it forward, Jillian paid it forward to us. It's our responsibility to pay it forward to everyone else that's come behind us to get them out there and help them, and that's what this business is about. So,
it's like I say, and it's posted on my Facebook page over top of the thing. It's a quote attributed to Bill Watts: "On your way out the door, get somebody else over." And that's the idea of professional wrestling in my mind is help somebody else. Doesn't matter what you're doing, help somebody else.
I love I love the story of Bishop Strait. I love the story of Lifeguard Ross. Those stories of these young men who Bishop had his own physical limitations, but he overcame them.
Yeah.
Sheer work and just out of willpower.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna
And
say it this way.
then you have Lifeguard Ross, who, had his own issues, and because of the work and effort and mindset that he learned through Art of Grappling, he's now this kid that he's the type of kid that I wouldn't turn away if he came knocking on the door wanting to date my daughter,
Easy. I'm just kidding. I'm playing. I'm just kidding. I'm
I actually said the same thing about Gen Z.
Yeah.
But it's not often, but my daughter does have a boyfriend who is a wonderful, wonderful guy right now. So
don't give him a complex, Walter. He's probably watching Shogun. God dang it.
He's a truly good guy. He's a hard worker, goes to work every day. He's a welder. So, I mean, he's one of those guys that he's made it perfectly clear that his only intent is to take care of her. But what I'm saying is, you take a couple of kids that have problems in life. You bring them in and you give them this structure, and you're teaching them this skill. And I love it. I have a soft spot in my heart for you guys because of that.
Yeah.
So
we appreciate that. We appreciate it. It means the world coming from you guys. Honestly, we think the world of you all. Everybody here at school, we 100% think the world of you all.
You all have given us another outlet to open our mouths when maybe we didn't deserve it, but you're stuck with us is all I can tell you. I mean, that's just all there is to it. You're stuck with us, damn it.
It's family. I told you, once you're here, you're part of family. So
I have a belief of some people, they say, oh, I may not deserve it. It's not about deserving. It's giving you the opportunity to do it and show me that you can do it. And you two absolutely nail it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we said,
likewise to you guys.
Same with you guys.
It is.
I know you guys have training back there going on, and I know you want to get to it. We've been at this a little over an hour, almost an hour and 15 minutes. So let's
close up shop. These guys just hang loose for just a second. We'll shut this show down and say goodbye. Guys, it has been great having you all. The Grappling Gods, Titan Troy, the Bullies Bully, Brox Boulder, Grappling Inc. on the first ever Cussin Discussin Live. And guys, thank you again. Stay right there. We'll be right back with you. Oh God, them two right there.
They're a hoot.
They're great. I mean, I wouldn't trade them for nothing in this world. And it has been a great evening, but we still got one more to go.
Yeah, we still have one more to go. So
let's do it this way for the excellence of elocution. Walter Dixon, I'm the doctor of professional wrestling, Mike Blankenship, PhD, saying to you until next time, so long from the Bluegrass State.